give you some background about today's guided meditation. There are three types of space. Everything that ever existed or will ever exist, you, me, trees, plants, everything, exist in space. Yeah, it's vast. And that's why it's called a Maha Akash, the great space. This much is known. There's another space. If objects exist in space, where do my thoughts exist? They also have to exist in space. My thoughts, my feelings, my desires, my anxieties, my stress, my all these things, where do they exist? They exist in something called the mind space. Chittakash. So there's one huge space outside. There's another equally huge mind space. Chittakash. Two? No, the scriptures say there's another space inside. How many? That is called a knowledge space. Chidakash. I'll kind of explain. There is an analogy between word, meaning, and knowledge. Words are not simple. We think they are very simple. Every time you hear a sound articulated in a agreed upon structure called language, so that sound enters. It is a sound from the external space. It enters the mind, and there the sound is joined always invariably with a meaning. Sound and a thought wave, meaning. So when we hear sounds, we know the meaning. Who does that? Your mind is busy with all these things. You may not know it, but A for apple, B for ball. It started then, kind of, or even earlier. You started joining words with meaning. Well, will that do? No. How do you have a knowledge of that particular object? It comes from that knowledge space, Chidakash. So, Shabda, sound, Artha, association with that sound with a object, and knowledge of that sound. What's that? So that's why they say there are three levels, or one space curled within the other. It's called external space, where you have everything. Internal space, where you have your mind, objects and associations. And then that will also not do. We need to have another one. Knowledge. Knowledge flashes. It's called sphota. It flashes, it bursts. It actually bursts. There's a small explosion that happens in the knowledge space. So there are these three spaces. Now, generally, the external space and the mind space is always linked. Word or sound and meaning. We've trained that. The mind is kind of, once you train a mind, it keeps on doing things. And it keeps on doing things which you have not trained it for also. Keeps on doing whatever it wants to. So there's a mind clutter and there's the external space clutter, and there is that knowledge space. It's uncluttered. There are certain words that cut through or are common in all these three spaces. What's a mantra? Why do we use a mantra? My guru has given me a mantra and I'm doing it. I don't know. What's the meaning of it? Yeah, you may not know the meaning of it, but there are certain mantras that are common in all the three spaces. Suppose we take a common mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Om is that primal sound which arises in the knowledge space, flows in the mind space, and then can be articulated in the external world. So similarly, you go from ear or you go from ear, it's the same. All these three spaces should, in every repetition of mantra, should become integrated. Otherwise, there's kind of, the mantra loses its power. It's kind of that. It does not uncoil. No knowledge is derived from that. So that's why when we repeat a mantra, it is Om. For example, Om, salutations to Shiva. It's kind of simple. So today, we will kind of use the repetition of the name of God, which has been tried and you can say has been successfully seen its results by millions and millions of people, over thousands and thousands. So it's efficient. That's what I want to say. And since we are kind of Ramakrishnans, one Swami used to say, we are Ramakrishnans. We are Christians, Ramakrishnans. So instead of Om Namah Shivaya, we will make Om Namah Ramakrishnaya. Salutations to Ramakrishna. So the word Ramakrishna can be articulated. It vibrates in this external world. It also is associated with this form and with everything that's noble, is an avatar, is this, is that. The meaning joins, it's associated with that. It's always linked. And then technically the knowledge should flash. But if it doesn't flash of Ramakrishna, you keep on doing it over and over and over and over again. And one day it will flash. So the scriptures on mantra science, they say that when you repeat the mantra 100,000 times, it becomes awakened. It becomes awakened. It vibrates spontaneously. It doesn't ask you anymore. Okay, that's a long science behind it. So this is what. And this mantras, many types, there are a million types of mantras, have been used in every religious cultures, everywhere. Amongst the Christians, amongst the Muslims, amongst the Buddhists, amongst the Hindus, everywhere. So they have found that it's very efficient to kind of integrate. So in the process, you become integrated with the external world and you become integrated with knowledge also. Oh yes. Holy Mother says, Japat Siddhi, you will attain perfection through japa. Yes. You don't need to do anything. No headstand or handstand, no stands. Just repeating God's name can give you that perfection. So we will today use the mantra Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Simple, kind of. Okay? So what is this? The Om is an abstract form of Ramakrishna. Okay? It's not that it's three are kind of distinct. And salutation, whom do you salute? You will salute the highest and the best and the greatest. So that Om is the highest. Etadalambanam Sreshta, that's the best, and this is the support. So these three words are linked, and through this process of linking, we link all the three spaces so that we link ourselves with the universe and with our higher self. Okay? So please sit down straight. You're always sitting straight anyway. Close your eyes, please. Now feel the breath in your nostrils. There is a slight temperature difference between inhalation, when the air is slightly cooler, and when you exhale. Feel that temperature difference, please. Now pay attention to the base of your throat. Feel your throat pulsating. Return back to the breath in your nostrils, please. Now repeat with me. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Now repeat the whole thing mentally 5 times. We'll repeat loudly together. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Just be quiet, and when we repeat the mantra, feel the vibrations all over your body. It's not possible for you right now to feel it in your limbs, but you can feel it in your torso, and feel the sound emerging from your navel. Number one. One is that sound emerges from your navel and it is vibrating within you. The second is you will have to, when silently repeating the mantra, hear it distinctly, like you articulate it. Similarly, you must be able to hear it distinctly. We'll start once again. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Repeat this mentally. Feel the vibrations emerging from your navel, please. And the mental vibration should be distinct to you. We repeat loudly now. Om Namo Bhagavan Krishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo Ramakrishnaya. Repeat it now mentally with great love. Okay, take long deep breaths, stop the repetition. You can slowly open your eyes. This is the way mantras have to be chanted. Don't try to go fast. You are in a hurry. God is in no hurry. You take your time. He is waiting for you. And repeat it with great love. Ultimately, you'll find that this name of God is actually your own name. In the highest realizations, you'll find that this was actually your own name. You started with something outside, you come back inside, and in the knowledge space, yeah. I hope it was kind of okay. This is the kind of dynamics that one needs to pay attention to when repeating. Not only just any mantra. If you pay attention and do things, it becomes extremely powerful. So, using less time, less energy, you'll get a lot of, you can say, benefits.